Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks taking on Joshua Dobbs and the San Francisco 49ers.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Today, it's an NFC West battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Russell Wilson leads out the Seattle Seahawks offense. The veteran Wilson, a third-round pick back in 2012.
If you just break it down in individual terms, he played really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes. Not a whole lot more he could have done to win that game. But you know something's funny, when we talked to him, all he focused on were throws he missed, other opportunities that didn't get done.
Good sign of a leader.
Great sign of a leader, because they didn't win, and that's all he cares about.
Charles, we get a look at the draft class here for this team. What do you think?
Well, I think for the most part, I do like what they did, because to me, they got some solid players in the early rounds. And then if I'm correct in my evaluation, they got some great value in the later rounds as well.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Just the first quarter of tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. If I missed him, it would have been a different story. Night.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going to the passing game, it should open up his running game, too. A gain of 6 there on first. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide. Thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On second down now, it's Carson, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Now Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively, because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Dobbs looking to throw on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
34-yard line.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
complete to
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On play action, it's Dobbs. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Receiver downfield. Offense.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs him. Now Dobbs. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
But normally you see three tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Holding. Offense.
Man, that ain't made no sense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here.
at the 40-yard line.
And they'll try to run the option here. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 16 yards, a first down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Running on first down is Mostert, but he can only manage a yard, and that's about it before he's tackled.
Brought down.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 71 yards.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench and tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Dobbs to the right side and complete to Hurst. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. To throw on third down. Dobbs. His throw caught at about the 5. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
82. Touchdown.
23 yards for the touchdown. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, And yet we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
A gain of 13. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10, it's Wilson again. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Again, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will. Now it's Carson. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. These two rivals played 2 of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the #1 seed.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On first down, Wilson. That's complete right around the 8.
Wilson.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
5-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of that. He's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Will Disley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. On the jet sweep, they get this to Cooks. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield.
Wilson's pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. On 3rd down, Carson. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing here, Dobbs. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. Shifts by him. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Mostert with a 1st down carry. Nice carry. Gets his way forward for a pickup of about 6 yards.
3-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They're going to try and throw. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
This one complete to Devontae Freeman. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
41-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs.
That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 79 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 yards, a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Dobbs. And Cooks hands it over the middle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Now the 49ers electing to leave the offense out there and go for 2. Back to throw Dobbs. That's caught at the 2. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, See if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
4 receivers now. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Second down and 4. Now Wilson. Short throw to Disley, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is going to be 49er football. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. 25-yard line. Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Now the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back.
Now Wilson on 1st down. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
At the 38-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And hang on, we got an injury. And that's DK Metcalf. The wide receiver yet to get back to his feet. We'll check on his status when we get back. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Wilson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there, a first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Short throw to Disley. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Here's Carson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front three, your front four, front five, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in the running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a second and goal.
Definitely not how you want to start things on first down, and you don't want to panic. A field goal could get you closer, but you have to think to yourself, we even get another shot. At this point, to me, the thinking has to be touchdown or bust.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll try to run with Carson. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on the play of the game now. 4th and goal. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
A breakdown by the O-line at the worst possible time. 4th and goal, and it leads to a sack.
And I can just see it now. On the sidelines, they're telling the quarterback, you've got to get rid of it somehow, some way. At least get it in the end zone and give us a chance. If we throw an interception, so what? A sack? We didn't even have a chance.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Once again, it's Mostert.
And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Now an option play, and he'll keep it.
And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So Wilson and the Seahawks down 21-17. A minute 35 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. From the gun, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line. Eluding the pressure right. He's got it. Hit the 15. And all the way down to the 12. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Throwing now is Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Number 33.
Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Complete.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That one looks like he'll throw here toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Hayden Hurst. Incomplete.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Dobbs. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And to the 12, that's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do.